Welcome back to another episode of Couple Goals. We are on to episode 4. Time flies when you're having fun. Isn't that right?
Not wrong. Remember when that dude posted, Liam will remember this one, when that dude posted the thing about all the things Australians say, and it's always like, not wrong.
Everything's an opposite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you give us a few examples? Because I forgot them all.
Not now.
Yeah.
Liam, you normally
Not
remember,
on. Yeah.
remember everything.
I know. Well, we just gave away our guests.
Our guests today are none other than Emma, my sister, and Liam Sheppard.
Soon to be brother-in-law.
Soon to be brother-in-law, I hope. No pressure.
Yeah, I was like,
Still
everyone's probably sweating at home going, did we miss an engagement?
Yeah, so these guys aren't engaged yet.
And there's bare-knuckled at the moment.
But you guys just had a big milestone in your
Yes.
relationship. What was that?
4 years.
4 years.
On the 26th of October.
Oh my goodness.
What's your key to success?
Oh my God.
4
What
years
the
is
key to-
like
it
nearly
is
5.
actually, it has felt like, I feel like 2 years, don't you think? And now it's 4.
Well,
Yeah.
those COVID years, like they just kind of wiped everybody's 2 years away.
Yeah, that's
It's
true.
like I'm still 30.
It's pretty wild. You girls have been jet setting. Liam and I have been holding down the fort, and that's why the episodes, we were trying to stay in flow, hence why some of them were like, we've got a Patreon. Our pet peeve this week was that, and it's not really probably sticking together, but I just thought it's so much easier to just be honest. And this is where we're at. It's episode 4. We do have a pre-recorded episode next week because Amy is, or you guys are all away next week.
Jet setting again.
I'm literally like the Bachelor King.
Hopefully you're not acting like a bachelor.
Well, depending on what actions a bachelor takes, I feed myself, I clean myself, I
Take up the whole bed.
take up the whole
Do you root
bed.
yourself too?
I what, sorry?
Do you root yourself too?
Fuck, it's hot in here. Someone turn the aircon off.
No, yeah. So Amy and I have been in Nashville. Did you know?
Yeehaw.
I did know, yes.
It was a lot of fun, and we were acting like bachelorettes.
Oh, bachelorettes, huh?
Yeehaw.
Yeah, what's all the bad stuff that bachelorettes do?
So this is Emma's first time to Nashville. It was my 3rd time, and I couldn't wait to take her because I just had the best time every time I go. It is not what you expect it to be. I think everyone thinks it's going to be some sort of like little country town, and then others might think it's like some huge city, but it's very much like Brisbane.
I thought
Smaller.
it was. I think because you came back and you were like, "It's the best. It's like Brisbane." Blah blah blah.
I love it.
And so when I went over there, I had that expectation, and it's a lot smaller.
It's 600,000 people. It's tiny.
Yeah, I didn't look at that up. So
Yeah.
I was shocked at how small it was. Yeah.
But just in terms of like, it's a big country town.
Yeah.
You know, the
like
people are really
Toowoomba.
nice. Most
6
of the people
times
are
bigger.
nice.
Yeah.
But there is one person moving to Nashville. No, how many?
100.
100 people move to Nashville every
Have you verified
single
that
day.
stat, or is that
No,
just
an Uber driver told me. So it's Uber driver
Yeah, right.
official.
credibility?
So
Don't.
it's growing. It's such a fast-growing city, fastest growing city in America.
That's what the Uber driver said.
So
1 in 6
Lucky.
play guitar.
1 in 6 people play guitar there, which
insane.
is actually
How do you
crazy.
gather that stat? Like, please
Uber
tell
driver
me.
told me. No, actually,
4 out of 10 drink Coke. And what else you got for
And
us?
it's a drinking town with a music problem. Yeah, I hear.
yeah. So we had the best time.
And we-
If anyone's thinking of going to the States, make sure you tack on Nashville to your trip because it is a bit of a, like if you fly into LA, it's a bit of a trek. It's another 4 hours to Nashville. But it was so worth it. I mean, maybe you could
Was
fly
it, or
into.
was it 2 hours?
Well, I thought it was quicker, but
It was like
It's
three
three
and
and
a
a
half
half.
or something.
like it's a big trip after.
I must have had a jet.
So no one's flying out of Brisbane anymore. So we had to go Brisbane, Sydney, LA, which is 13 hours. And then on the way back, it was longer,
It was 14 and a half.
14 and a half hours from LA to Brisbane. Anyway, and then
Well,
once you get to LA, you have to run, get your bags off, recheck them, change airports, and then it's a 3.5 hour flight to Nashville. And that is the worst. I took some melatonin on the way from Brisbane.
I need something stronger.
what's melatonin? Just
It's
something
like
I
a
don't know.
natural sleeping.
Tablet.
It's not a, yeah.
I need Valium.
They give it to kids. Like it's
Emma's just on the plane, just like
Emma doesn't sleep with it, but it
drool.
knocks me
What,
out.
Valium?
no,
No.
with
I was like, if
Melatonin.
you don't get knocked out with Valium,
It is really
you're
mild.
superhuman.
And like you shouldn't give it to kids, but people give it to kids because it's that like it's a natural thing. And
But when you're terrified of flying, it's not gonna work.
but it really knocks me out, and I was literally like on the flight.
That's because you sculled.
I can't
wine.
open my eyes, and I'm just like.
Well,
I got onto the flight to Nashville, and I was like, yeah, trying to watch something. I was like,
I was
Dude, these
taking
ones?
photos.
and I have a fucking crank neck since then.
just to go back to your Uber driver's faxed,
Mm.
he is well off.
Oh.
36
It's a good
people
story.
a day.
Actually, that's pretty good. No, I was a bit worried about
13,000
100 people moving there a day.
Yeah, 13,000 moved there last year. That's not many at all.
Oh, okay.
That's right.
Well, it is for 600,000, but
Yeah, but that's Nashville.
that's the Nashville region as well.
Where's that stat coming from, Lockie?
The Census Bureau. Yeah.
Which Census Bureau?
Oh. See what I got to deal with. Bring Amy with stats on her Reddit, and she's like,
How did you guys go?
apart.
Yeah,
Look, 2 weeks apart feels,
like a breeze.
yeah, for me it feels a
It
breeze
goes quick.
when
yeah.
I'm the one away.
Yeah.
True.
It
No,
does
it's
go
way
quick.
better when you're home.
You reckon?
Yes, because you have all your friends and like,
Home.
your routine.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
How was
I,
it
don't
for
know.
you?
I just worked a heap. I found this one the hardest one because we hardly spoke this time.
Yeah, I felt like it was quite hard for communication
Yeah.
for us because it was like,
Really, I felt like you guys never stopped talking.
see? I think it was harder
Nah.
than usual because of the time difference. It's a bit awkward.
It's the same time difference as always. I
No,
think it was
it's
just
not.
harder. We were both busier.
Yeah.
And
You were in
it
Nashville
well, it
last
just feels
time.
like when I woke up, you were asleep already. And then when you woke up, I was in a writing session.
Yeah,
And then you go to work when I finish. So
Yeah.
it was a
Mm.
bit like,
busier.
just like the schedules weren't matching up.
Well, that was our first.
How'd you find it?
Was our longest time
Our
apart.
longest time apart, 2 weeks.
What?
Yeah.
Ever?
Yeah.
2 weeks.
Are
You
you
guys haven't
kidding me?
toured.
Well,
since.
because when we first started
Oh my
dating,
God, you don't know what it's like. Oh,
I do know what
far
it's like.
out.
Not with me.
Not with him, but I feel, well, like this was a test. This was the test.
A
for
2-week
Liam.
test.
2
No,
weeks.
no, like for communication, and he
Right.
passed the test.
How'd I go?
Yeah, you
Good.
passed it.
No,
Great.
3 months is a test.
No,
That year,
like I know
2014 was the worst year.
I did
Brutal.
have a partner then,
Yeah.
and it sucked, but also because he wasn't the greatest
In general.
with communication
Yeah.
and other things. So I was really like, okay, like really stressed about leaving, but then it was easy because
Yeah.
Liam was great.
I think communication is the important part when you travel. For all those who work FIFA. All those who play FIFA. No, for all those who work like FIFO and all of that sort of stuff, like that would be challenging. I don't know. I think we're at the point now though where it's like you don't want to do the long 3 month stints again.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
That was brutal. That year
I think
was.
it's like
You're
a
away
month,
for like 9
a month
months.
is the longest you can do before it really starts to like miss your partner, and it's
Well, you did a month before I flew over last time.
yeah. Well,
That month felt quicker than this time.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why either.
Interesting. Not for me.
You did the row in the middle of the
That's
last
right.
time.
I was like,
Busy.
super busy.
Mm.
Maybe I need to row every time you go away.
Something, an activity.
Set different records.
Oh dear.
But anyway. here
So
we go.
how'd you guys meet?
Well, actually, it's a funny story. I don't know if anyone else will find it funny, but I walked into Function Well. I was in Function Well with you, Amy. We were training.
Our gym.
Yes, the gym.
Matchmaker. I'm bloody Cupid, aren't I?
And then Amy and I are doing weights, and we look over, and I was like, "Oh, who's that guy with Lockie?" And Amy has literally said, "They're are our future husbands." And we were like, "Ah!"
Bullshit. Did she really?
She
Yeah,
said that.
I did.
She said that, and we laughed, and we were just like, went on with our day, and then we went on tour, and so I never met you.
And then I spent the next month or so with Lockie. I knew
Professionally.
all- yeah,
Professionally.
lonely.
yeah,
month.
yeah. I was like, well, Amy's away, so
Yeah.
Yeah, but then how did you meet?
throw this week on.
Back at the gym, so I was like, want to start doing these little classes.
Did you slide into his DMs, Emma?
Oh,
No,
the
you
small
know how
group
functional started doing the
class.
small group classes, like the 12
Oh,
people?
yeah. Oh,
And
the
he
ones
was-
that I was taking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he was doing it, so I was like,
Sign me up.
Emma's like, oh, do you have a partner? He's like, yeah, I do.
I was like, no way in
Tomorrow.
hell I'm doing that.
yeah, so then we met there. I honestly didn't have high expectations because I've been disappointed a lot by men.
What do you mean disappointed?
Oh, just like
Like men are disappointing.
Or like
just exactly what I said.
penis size? Or like where
Both?
yeah, somewhere in the middle?
No, just kidding. Just like you'd get to know someone and then they ghost you, or like hang out with someone, then they.
I don't get why people ghost. Just grow a set.
Yeah.
And just say,
Got a better offer.
like it's not personal. It's just like something
I
else came
wonder
up.
if it's like a
people just,
Brisbane thing because Brisbane has
I used to do it a lot.
a man shortage.
No,
It's bad.
I was actually listening to a thing. Was it on
It's
Joe?
crisis.
No, that podcast you sent me
It's
with
never
that old guy, the businessman. Whereas like in Venezuela, women just have, or like studies show that because men mature so late, that women, like if you're an exceptionally mature bloke or have some things that stand out, all the women will fight over you. Say for example, there's 10 blokes
No, talking about
and
Tinder.
Liam and I are here, all the women are going to fight over Liam and I, and then there might be one Sheila who's going to choose one of the 8. So there's like a massive shortage
Oh
of
my
No,
decent
because when I
blokes
saw Liam, I was like,
It was like 90% of the
flying
women.
in like a jet glider.
Like 90% of the women like 10% of the guys.
Yeah.
Oh.
And on Tinder, those 10% of guys get all the matches, and the other 90% get
Are fighting
only
for
get
like,
like that 10%.
yeah,
Oh,
10%.
goodness.
So it's like hard.
Mm.
It's pretty interesting.
fuck.
I think it's kind of different in the States. Like, I don't know. No one asked me. No one bought me a drink, but
Yeah, no one bought me a drink either.
we met these girls and they're like, oh my God, the guys here, just stop buying me drinks. I was like, chirp, chirp.
yeah. So
Amy like
annoying.
drops,
I mean, maybe
drops
the-
the shoulders. Like,
The ring. I'm
Maybe-
Maybe
yeah,
the ring
yeah.
was a dead giveaway, but they said that guys are more forward there and they'll buy you drinks, and it's because there's more females in Nashville than men. in the States
Liam and
in
I are
general.
like, wow.
Isn't that the
Nashville
same here?
trip.
Oh, sorry, more
No.
men.
Okay. Yeah, it's bad. And
So men who are listening, just be a decent bloke and you'll have the pick of the litter.
Be in that top 10%.
Be in that top 10%.
yeah, or stop. Stop stringing girls along. Or,
It's interesting. Let's talk about frustrations
well,
from a female perspective, because a lot of blokes don't maybe understand.
But then wouldn't you rather them ghost you, or would you rather them like string you along?
I'd
no,
rather
I'd
just
rather
honesty.
Yeah, like just.
Oh, yeah.
But they're probably doing that to keep sleeping with you. You know what I mean? Like there's something in it for them.
Yeah.
Why would they stop doing that?
But you could still be, I guess some blokes do take the upfront approach where you're like, this is purely just hanky-panky, and then emotions get involved. And
Yeah. And I mean, like the thing that was different with Liam is like it was just easy, like the easiest thing.
gave it up on the first night, Liam, did you?
It was so fucking easy.
I just went like, done.
No, I mean like
Communication.
communication, or like you just start
Happen
texting.
naturally.
It's not like, oh, he texted me, I'm gonna wait 2 hours, or like playing
I don't
games.
even, I remember doing that.
Yeah,
everyone
you
does.
don't.
So, no, I do, even with Amy. I was saying on episode,
Yeah, because you don't
One,
want to. It's
you
like
don't want to
you're-
sound keen, but
yeah,
you are
and
keen.
You don't want
So
to be
just,
vulnerable.
just
like,
be honest. But that's the hard
well,
thing,
that's the
because
thing. Like we both wanted to be with each other, so
Yeah.
it was easy.
it's like when you like go all in on a relationship, you risk being fucked over more. But if you don't go all in, you like don't get the
Yeah,
good things that come with it.
I feel like there's a song in
So you
this.
got.
yeah. I mean, I'd rather be that person that loves
Should we write it later?
loved more.
Yeah, I'd rather hurt more because you get over it eventually.
Oh, would you rather be the person who loves someone and isn't loved back, or would you rather be the opposite?
I'd rather be.
The
Ooh.
person who, what's the opposite?
The person
Confuse
who's
myself.
Being loved but doesn't love the person back.
Yes.
well, that's not what the question I was
like
framing,
both
but that's
suck.
a great question.
Both suck. But which would you rather?
That's a good remix there.
I don't know. It's
I
hard
don't
to
like
hurt
either of
someone.
them.
Yeah. But if you don't love
Mm.
someone, you don't love someone.
Mm.
Like, once again, it's like, it's unfortunate. Someone's always going to get hurt.
Mm.
Just be honest.
Yeah, but which would you rather?
Well, obviously, I would rather not love the person because it helps me better, right? Like,
Nah,
it's,
I'd rather love the.
That's what
I'd
I
rather
reckon.
love.
but
That's
if
ni-
the
but that's
person you
nice,
love,
at least.
it's like you would do anything for, and they just don't love you back. And it's like,
Yeah.
oh,
And
okay,
it sounds
well,
like my last relationship.
Oh.
Oh.
but
But it's good because then you know, once you've gone through that, you appreciate the next one.
what about the next? Other question was, would you rather be reserved in a relationship at the risk of not being hurt as much, and sacrifice not having all the
Nah.
upsides, or would you rather go all in and risk being potentially hurt?
That's me. I'm the second one.
I usually go all in.
Liam
think
goes
Chips
all
on the
in.
table.
Yeah.
Don't play poker with Liam.
Nah. Or do.
yeah. I'll just remember that for George's Bucks party. I'll be like, Liam's bluffing.
So, some listeners might be wondering what Liam does for a living. You know, we all know what we do.
Sometimes I wonder that too.
Yeah.
He's my right hand.
I don't want to know where his right hand is.
On the table.
Yeah.
I do a bit of everything. I'm a carpenter, but I just got a new job as a
Yeah,
supervisor.
congratulations.
Yeah.
Cheers.
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 So
New
started-
beginnings.
Start in 10 days, I think.
Who didn't look me in the eyes? I felt like you
I didn't.
Oh, I didn't.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. For
7
both
years
of us,
bad
because you didn't
sex.
look me either.
Well, it's fine. Cause
No, but you guys, that's what Liam's getting. Poor Liam's the only one that looked
I
at him.
looked at Liam.
Liam and I looked at each other.
Oh, dear.
If it gets that bad.
Yeah. So
So when
Yeah.
do you start?
the 8th of November. So probably when
weeks.
this comes out, roughly.
Okay.
No, this is out tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you
Well,
guys
then I
are
won't
all
be.
jetting off to, where are you going? Melbourne.
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 And
Yeah.
I am going to be whipping this together.
Ah,
You're welcome.
Good.
That
Only
means-
away for 2 days. So
All right,
Not
so
too
there's
bad.
something we need to clear the air with. Something that bothers you a little bit, mostly Emma. But fun fact is,
we have the same last name,
but you're not married.
Oh.
but we're not married.
So Liam's last
And-
name
Why does it irritate you so much?
is Sheppard.
I think because people are like, "Oh, you related? Are you related?" And then they make a joke out of it, and it's like,
Haha, I haven't heard that one before.
Some people don't understand that jokes get old. They just keep doing it because they're
Mm.
awkward.
yeah.
It's like how you fill that awkward void. It's like, oh, yes, this one again.
But it's so good
Like-
because you don't have to change your last name.
And then
when
it's
you
kind
get
of
married.
insulting. It's like you think that we're related and we're dating. Like,
Yeah.
but it insults me more. Yeah.
yeah.
And then annoys me.
And then you tell them to get.
Yeah. So you guys have looked into it. You've done the family tree, and there's no relation.
No.
So
And I mean, like, yeah, maybe because we're somebodies.
somebody's. You guys are not nobody's.
No, but no. I mean, the last name,
No, I know what
Sheppard,
you
is
mean.
like, so more people know that, and they're like, oh, that's like, I've never heard that last name before. There was a Liam Sheppard living around the corner from us, and we know this.
Yeah,
because
literally.
100
same,
meters away.
Same
Yeah.
spelling, same
Yeah.
everything, because the postman dropped off something to Liam and was like, "You're Liam, right?" Because we got like really close with the postman because we got so many.
Orders
fucking
coming in.
I hope that's the only reason you got close to the postman.
Um,
Age old story.
Amy's best
Liam's like, that doesn't look like me.
Anyway, he was like, and Liam's like, yeah. Took the parcel and we opened it, and he was like,
It was a
Happy
bottle of wine
birthday,
and
yeah.
happy birthday, which I should have kept. But
and the address was
Different address.
different address around the corner, and
could
we're like,
see
"What
it from the
hell?"
front of the house.
Went and met him, and he works at Bisou, or how do you say that?
Oh,
Bizu bizu
jeez.
means kisses in French.
That restaurant.
Oh, where is that again?
Hotel X?
Yeah, Hotel X.
Oh, yeah.
It was a great
Yeah,
restaurant.
yeah, we should
Didn't
go.
it get the #1 restaurant in Brisbane?
Did it?
I think it did.
Shout out
Sorry,
to
I think he
Bizu
works
Bizu.
at Hotel X. Didn't work at that restaurant, but worked at that. And we were like, we
Oh,
met him
wow.
in the flesh. And we're like, oh,
That's
God.
bizarre.
Same
Yeah,
here.
and
It's a
there's
common last name. You know, whenever I go to Mecca,
oh, same, yeah.
and they're like, "What's your name?" Like Amy Sheppard, and they're like, "Oh, is this your address?" I'm like, "No," and they're like, "Oh, there's
Really?
another
But
Amy
is it
Sheppard."
spelled
Same spelling?"
Shepherd? Oh, wow.
Yeah, when I got the vaccine, typed in my name, and you know how you're sitting there, you can see this many Emma Sheppards
Yeah.
in Brisbane.
Mm.
Really?
Yeah,
That's wild.
it's actually
Everywhere.
a common last name.
God. Oh, and fun fact,
Yeah.
Mum used to live in Kalgoorlie. Well, she grew up in Kalgoorlie, Western Australia, and she
Tiny towny, rural.
tiny towny.
Tiny towny, that one.
I feel like a song's coming on. Do you feel like a song's coming on?
And she
Incy
was
wincy tiny towny.
dating a Greg Sheppard, spelt exactly the same, before she married a different Greg Sheppard.
Oh, Dad. How bizarre is that? It's wild. So it's a common name.
They just flock to you guys.
But
Anyway,
anyway,
if you say that to me, I won't
Don't
be
even
impressed.
I'm
mention
going
it.
to bite your head off.
Don't.
or you'll die.
What's your... Because we've known each other for such a long time, and this will be the last episode we get to chat to someone we've known for such a long time, for a while. What's your most fond memory? What's your first memory of Amy? And then we'll go to me.
The fuck?
Well, yeah, actually, that probably works better for me. When I came out, I was like, Amy's like,
no, Amy.
Blue hair.
yeah.
Amy's older than me.
No, I mean, yeah, when you came
When
out
you
and
came
Amy's
out.
sitting there going, who's my sister? And for those who aren't watching this, I was sucking my thumb.
Well, I know my first... Actually, I don't remember meeting Emma, but I remember the day you were born because it's food related. And
what?
I just remember Dad picking us up. We were living in Cairns at the time. And we were staying with a babysitter, obviously. I don't even remember the babysitter.
Big glass.
But I have one quick memory of eating Jaffers.
Oh, the
The
spaghetti.
toasted sandwiches. It had baked beans in it. I remember that.
Cheese?
I took a bite and I spilled the baked beans all over my front. And Dad's like, get in the car. You got to go to the hospital. And that's my one memory from that day.
I lost
That's
my first
crazy
tooth with a
that you
spaghetti
can
jaffle.
remember. Did you?
Yeah, I swallowed my first tooth.
Wow.
Did it
Yeah.
come out your bottom?
Oh, it didn't look.
Did your mum find it?
Did the tooth fairy come?
I think Mum's got my second tooth.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you have any first memories of me? No.
Nah, you were just there. Pissing me off.
Standard.
No.
Liam, what's your first...
Hang on.
All right. She's on the floor.
I need a talking stick.
No, I was just saying.
You've got a microphone. That's pretty much...
I just remember like loving my brother and sister so much. Like,
Oh, I feel a song coming on as well. I don't know what it is yet, but it's...
closer than my closer.
sister.
Yeah, very close from a really young age. I don't remember meeting them, but
There was no formal introduction of
No.
like a handshake and
just
there.
There.
Amy, I can imagine Amy would have been holding you, just poking the shit out of you.
I can't even remember Emma not being there, really. Like maybe
George
some
would.
very-
George is there's 6 years
Yeah.
between George and I.
I do remember some very vague memories. Maybe like one or two.
All right, enough about you guys. When did... Liam, what's your first memory of Amy?
Ooh, good question.
Oh, yeah. Liam's like,
would've
that
probably-
girl's going to be
Oh
my
my
wife one day. I was
God.
like, that's my missus, bitch.
Actually,
It would have been in the gym, I think.
Yeah.
Just, yeah.
Amy's a scary bitch. Okay?
I know.
Everyone
I'm
thinks
not.
I am.
No.
Everyone
I'm
thinks
not.
I am.
swear I'm not.
No, let's clear the air because Emma, you're like to the point, so you, at least with you know what you're going to get.
Yeah, and everyone
Whereas-
thinks you're such a bitch.
But Amy is like, one day, if I ever crossed
yeah.
the wrong line, I would be hanging from the balcony.
Who would you
outside.
rather, me or Amy?
By my balls.
As in, like, who would you rather be in trouble with, me or
You, for sure.
Oh my god.
One, because she's my wife as well. But if you were both friends of mine,
Yeah.
it would be you.
That's so funny.
Amy would be one that would be like,
I don't think
let's go to the
scary.
footy together and just
Big
shank you in the side like Gladiator. Where he's like,
No, but I just don't let anybody in, and also
well, you let me in,
I think I'm
darling.
pretty friendly.
No one
But
heard
also,
that.
I'd
like,
agree with that.
Yeah, I think I'm
Really?
pretty friendly.
Because
You'd
well,
agree that
I-
I'm scary, or you'd agree that
No,
I'm
they're
friendly?
friendly.
Yeah.
Because I was
And scary. Liam's like,
Amy really.
No, but just don't send bullshit my way.
Again with the ex-boyfriend. Amy really disliked
she's got a good juju apparently.
very much, and then so it was very when Liam.
Lucky likes my juju.
Because I was about to say peck peck. I was like, a good juju and a salty peck peck.
Oh my god!
I am completely joking.
I lost. Oh, I was just worried about like bringing Liam into Amy's vicinity.
No, but I've just got to.
If it's not juju, sorry.
No, I just As Emma said, I've got a good bullshit radar. That's it. So
I don't bullshit?
no. Well, you do sometimes, and I call it out, and that's why I'm scary, apparently.
Amy punched me in the nose the other night. Like, you know when you're so tired and you twitch? So Amy was curled up in a ball, like not in a ball, but you were like this. Normally she likes breathing in my mouth, but she gave me the barrier the other night.
This is just when I came back.
And
so.
next minute it was just like, right on the button. And I was like...
Was that what happened?
Yeah. I was like, did you just punch me? Yeah.
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 And rolls over and I was like, all right.
It's just like, you know, when you're so tired and you sleep
Yeah,
talking.
you twitch.
You're like,
but it was just because I was like looking at her because I didn't know she was actually asleep, and then the jolt got me right on the button.
What was...
Sorry.
you were saying something.
Oh, no, we're just going back to that, but...
Oh, sorry. I remember where I was before Amy got upset at me for interrupting her, so I'll interrupt you and carry on.
Where are we?
Did you have any bad
lost.
vibes about me? Ever? This is the first time I've asked this question.
No.
I'm sweating. My palms.
I remember the first night we met you, and then I don't remember after that, and then you were just there. Do you know what I mean?
I think because we went away.
Oh.
Mm.
So... Oh, yeah. Did you tell the story of you
pie
guys
fight?
Yeah,
met
we did.
and the
Yeah.
pie fight? And I was like...
Classy guy.
Emma,
You don't
I
take
was
him.
actually pissing myself.
Mum, Amy's got a boy in her room.
Oh no, that was like
That's
that,
the moment I was like, I'm moving out.
that was the worst moment of my life.
Oh, fuck, the best moment. Best
I've already. I think I've shared that on the podcast. So I won't.
I
bore
actually don't
everybody.
remember it, but it sounds like something I would do.
But you know,
You fucking
my
did
biggest
do it.
claim to fame is that I've never had a one night stand, and that is because I lived at home for so long and I couldn't bring anyone home.
Well, can I share the Uber story?
No, let's not.
Oh my God, what's the Uber story?
Oh, do we have to?
Yeah, I think so. I think you call me on my bullshit, I'll call you on your bullshit.
Okay.
So,
well, this is a bullshit story. Like I fucking hate
well,
that
anyway,
someone did
the
this
story
as well.
happened. So,
Really
can I tell the story?
unacceptable, but okay.
When I was Uber driving,
Oh, yeah.
I picked up a fellow one day, and anyway, I don't know how we got on the topic of you, Sheppard. Anyway, we were talking, and this dude's like, "Yeah, I banged one of those girls." I was like,
Did he say that?
"Yeah, not that aggressively, but he said."
Oh,
Anyway, he said he slept with,
hell.
and I was like, "Really?" Because I didn't tell him that I was dating you. I just don't know how Sheppard came up, and I was like, "Really? Which one?" And he's like, "The one with the coloured hair." I was like,
Really?
"Fucking, that tree is looking nice." And then I was like trying to get more out of him to find out more details, but he didn't give me much more.
liar.
And then
What a motherfucker.
as soon as I'm sweating over this
Look, I'm saying fucking liar. I don't even
because
know.
but here's the story. Then I pulled over after I'd let him out, and I was like, "Amy, do you know?" I can't remember what his name was. So and so. He said he's had slept with you before, and she's like, "Oh, it's just one night." And I was like, "Hold up. So now you have had a one night?"
God.
No,
And she's
the
like-
thing is, it wasn't like I knew him, like we were dating.
But so I think we need to get clear on the context of what a one night stand is.
well, we slept together once, but
Yeah.
we were dating.
Okay.
Not like met you in the valley. Bring
No,
you home.
exactly. I think there's a
Yeah,
difference.
I've never done that too.
Plus, like,
in the valley anyway.
if you kiss and tell, go fuck yourself.
Yes, and also, do you know how many times people have claimed that they've slept with me? And I'm like, I have no idea who that guy is.
But he has a small dick.
Yeah, I feel like that's happened to me with something else. Not
happens
that,
all
but
the
all the
time.
time,
I'm
people are like, "Oh, be careful! I did this with her," and you're like, "What? I don't know you.
Yeah.
I've never met you. Shut the fuck up." Anyway, that happens all the time. But at least I was honest with you, like,
Yeah, no.
and I'm not ashamed about that. Like, I dated someone and we did what adults do. Anyway, he gave me the big ick after that, and I was just like, no reason.
As long as it wasn't the big dick. Gave me the big.
There was no reason. It was just like, I don't know. Nah.
I actually saw one of Amy's exes running today.
Did you?
Yeah, it's great. Love seeing him.
I don't have that many exes, but anyway, they're
Neither do
around.
I.
They're around.
They're around. Neither do you.
No, I have I had a tally,
What?
but like not a. I didn't have many girlfriends. I think I had
Oh,
that's
stop
worse.
talking.
like 4. I think I had 4 girlfriends.
Oh,
Okay.
no, I know. Lockie's had a
Then I-
shady past. Have you listened to the Man That Can project?
I think so.
Podcast.
Plugging that down. Yeah, but I've changed my ways.
He has.
So therefore,
man.
I'm proof of
The man that
things
did.
to come. But what was your first impression? There was no first impression of me. I just rocked up. That's good. Liam?
I always get along with Amy's boyfriends.
Most of them.
Most of them. There was one exception.
Yeah.
But most of them, like,
Yeah.
if you guys ever broke up. What?
Yes.
No, I was just moving it close to the
Oh, okay,
nozzle.
sorry. It'd be a devastating day for me.
Yeah, well, I guess they become part of the family. We're a close family, so we...
Yeah.
What would I do
Always
if we
included
broke
with
up?
them.
What would you do if we broke up?
Oh. I would die, Lockie. I don't know. I think we spoke about this in episode 1, maybe.
Did we?
Or maybe it was when I was on your podcast
Yeah.
and we just said, like, life would go on, but we don't want to do that.
Okay,
So-
enough about you two.
Yeah, we do have guests on.
All right, so should
Liam's
we...
very quiet over here.
I know.
But
Taking
this
it
is
all
like
in.
the thing about Liam. He's very quiet,
He's observing.
He's a silent
Yes.
assassin.
but then can talk your ear off.
We didn't ask for your pet peeve just yet.
It's not my pet peeve.
All right, what's your pet peeve?
Well, let's go into
Should we
pet
set-
peeve. Woo!
We need a little button to segue.
Yeah.
Like, let's get that
What
made
is
up.
your pet peeve? I can
No.
sample it.
Please don't ever do that again.
No, Liam should go first.
Okay, yeah, I want to hear this because
Oh. I wanted a bit more time to think
I've
about
asked Liam about 10 times over the last 2
you've
weeks. He's
had
like,
time.
there's
Yeah.
just
I don't know.
there's no pet peeve.
it.
I can think of about 12.
I think initially you used to sleep in until sort of 10 or so. I'd be at work for 4 hours and have
Bullshit.
smoko, and then
Bullshit.
I'd message and she'd be like, "Oh, I just woke up," and I'll
Just open my eyes. I'm defrosting.
just worked half
I
a
think,
day.
okay, I don't know if people gather this from our Instagrams, but the Sheppard family are not morning people.
Hold up. Can
I
I?
think that's a thing.
Let's
It
bring
is a thing.
Mythbusters over because when I first met you guys, it was the whole Shepherd hamstring curse as well.
That is a thing.
We've busted that. You
No.
can touch your toes. I've seen it recently.
Yeah, but I do one fucking deadlift and my hamstring goes this
Yeah,
big.
but you've beaten it.
No, my hamstrings are
No.
this wide,
Quite long.
and then no,
Girth?
wide. Yes,
Girthy.
and then like this long for some fucking reason. Okay, and I cannot touch my toes, and they I don't know how. Like I can't stretch, I can't deadlift, put my leg up on a chair. Ow!
Put my leg up on a chair. Ow.
Like it's lifting my leg up now. I think there's something wrong with me.
But do you stretch ever? Like even a little bit?
Yes.
I reckon if I
So-
gave Liam some exercises for you, he could break that. No, Emma. Like fully clothed with a foam roller, a band. We'd get you flexi as.
All right.
You know what they say? Flexi is sexy.
Did I say that?
Well, shit.
I just made that up, man.
Oh, shit. Call me Princess Fiona.
Yeah,
That's
I
your pet
think-
peeve.
Okay,
so that
so
was originally.
yeah. So what's the second one? Because you've got about 12. I know you do.
Fucking hell.
And I think that
Liam's just like, all right, fuck
All
it.
right, I got to think about the
that
second
worked
one.
itself out. Sort of 6 to 12 months in, I guess we were sort of.
How did you work it out?
All,
Him fucking waking up at 4 a.m.
No, I started waking up slightly later, and then Emma just started getting up roughly. Yeah, so I had a job that I was getting up at 5-4, and Emma would get up at 10, and I started waking up at 6:30 to 7. And
Yep.
she would be starting waking up between 7:30, 8 o'clock.
This is another thing about Leah and I. Like, you do not worry about a thing.
That is
Is this your pet
Ever.
peeve?
is that
No.
100%?
Yes, this is one of mine. This is one of mine. But I
You are
also
the most
think,
chilled individual
yes, I think it's also a good thing.
because you're
So
the
it's
flip.
both
Yeah.
because I'm opposite.
You're a stressor.
So it pisses me off when I'm like, there's something that's wrong, and Liam's like,
It'll be right.
Literally, even when I asked him before, he's like, "Oh, I still haven't thought about it." I'm like, "Can you fucking worry for a second?
Yes.
We've got a podcast
never.
to do."
But then on the opposite side, if something is going wrong, he's really like, it's fine. Like, and then I kind of calms me down. So it's like,
You gotta have the yin and yang. I mean, George and Kathleen's episode was called
Yin
Opposites Attract.
was it?
Yeah.
I think Liam and I are opposite, but also the same person. Like, when it comes to like work and stuff, I'm very creative. Liam's very technical and
Yeah, so
loves the
opposite.
numbers, opposite. But then we are both extroverts. We both love sleeping in. We both love the same food.
Yeah, but I don't think
Movies.
Liam has a choice. Like,
Yeah, you do.
you guys are eating Asian food, nothing else.
No,
It's like
do you
Liam.
like Asian food?
I would have eaten it anyway. I'd be
Yeah.
doing it
Yeah.
just as often, probably.
I just
Maybe
didn't
not
want
quite as
another
often.
black eye.
Yeah.
My pet peeve of Liam.
Hold up. We're gonna set a goal. What's your goal?
Your couple
Hold on.
goals,
What was your new, the, like recent one that we could set a goal for?
Look, I don't know if there's anything that really comes to the top of
Dude.
mind. Which maybe is my relaxed nature that I don't have anything that worries me too much. But I think from previous relationships, you get to like the 18-month, 2-year mark. Thing used to shit me just a little bit, and now it's like a major fucking thing. But I don't really have any of that.
Oh, that's good to know.
And it's at 4-year mark, so that's double the
Shit.
length, and nothing that really.
But then it also says you need to
think of something that's.
no.
Oh.
If something does piss you off, you need to communicate it
Mm.
and deal with it until it pisses you off to the point where you hate the person.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah, it's a good lesson.
I was like, have I ever done anything to the point where you hate me?
The only thing I don't like is like, which is so funny because I'm just picking now, but I think I need to save this for another episode.
I know.
Chewing
You
my
are
fingernails.
Chewing your nails.
I literally didn't chew them when I was rowing.
So
That's crazy, hey, and now I'm back doing it.
I'm a reformed biter as well.
Biters Anonymous.
I
Well,
can't
you're
stand
not
it.
reformed yet.
Oh, I relapsed.
The other thing I can't stand is like, not you, but just in general, when people pick a scab in front of me.
Oh no, that should be your pet peeve.
That's my pet peeve of every.
What about her picking my pimples and stuff?
Oh, that could be something I don't like.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
always.
That's what I thought you were going to say. I thought you were going to say that.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
I
do
love a
get
good pimple pop. Don't get me wrong.
The girls are like drop bears when you get your shirt off. They're like,
Lockie,
my
don't
goodness.
lie. I touch you and you're like, and
Yeah.
you're like,
no, but it's just like as soon as you take the lid off, the girls are like, Daniel, 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 and you're like, you're not even sneaking. You're literally beelining it for me.
maybe I was a monkey in my past life, or like,
Still,
Well, that was the first thing she did when I hadn't seen her for 2 weeks. She's like, oh, pimples. Like
But
straight to my
I
neck.
don't like watching other
Pimple
people's
popper.
I don't like watching Dr. Pimple Popper. I like to be my own doctor.
Dr. Emma.
Let's experience the pop yourself.
Yeah, and like touching other people, I'm like, ugh.
Yeah.
But if it's people I know, like,
Mm.
it's fine.
Mm.
Yeah, I get that too. But scabs,
No, that's
not my
gross.
thing.
That's gross.
And
So-
if someone's doing it in front of me, you know, if like you're on a plane or something, someone's like picking something.
Do you know how many times I've seen people pick their nose and eat it?
Yes. Yes.
So men.
Always men.
Always men on the fucking
We're just
plane,
trying
on
to
the fucking highway.
We're just trying
On
to
the
see if we've
highway,
got a brain
the
up
red
there
light,
because we're like,
And on the
oh,
plane.
something came out.
And then they're like this, ready? Picking,
Eat it.
eat it, and then touch the screen.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't finish the sentence. Not just peeing, like picking the nose,
And some of them go like right, they're like,
and then they eat it.
Delicious, salty,
no,
That's so fucked up.
that's
salty.
a habit you need to break when you're 5.
Well,
No,
But then
that's COVID, instant COVID.
no, but it's better than having something like hard up your nose. You girls carry your
well,
handbags
No,
around and
I
you have
agree.
concoctions in
I
it.
agree. Sometimes, like, if you have a long day or like,
Yeah, pick it and eat it.
you're gonna
no. I don't agree with the eating part, but like sometimes it gets dry, you know, like
Yeah,
fine.
I just
whatever,
got the
but,
best
like,
sound
I
bite.
get-
of
Do
it.
not fucking eat it. You
No, I get dry here.
What do you reckon, Liam?
It's not a booger. It's just
I
dry.
think sometimes
and I
they got to
go,
come out, but you just don't need to eat them. Definitely don't need to eat
Yeah,
them.
what the fuck?
It's your own juices.
No, Lockie, don't tell me you
That's-
eat your boogers. We're divorcing if you say that.
I've eaten worse things.
Oh my
You know, we come from monkeys when people do that.
If I catch you doing that, Watch
There's
out.
two things I
Because
don't.
you kiss me.
That's
But-
done.
It's
It's over.
it's that and I don't wee in the shower.
No weeing in the shower.
No, I don't wee in the shower. I had a bad experience when I was a kid, so ever since then I've just not weed in the
What's
shower.
your bad experience of weeing in the shower?
Do you want to hear the story?
Yeah.
Yes, we're all being very honest in this episode.
So when I was like maybe like 10 to 12, I used to wee in the shower all the time and just like turn the nozzle and wash it down or piss in the drain. And one time I did it and I must have left some in the corner. Like,
You left some in
well,
the corner.
I don't know why I was peeing in the corner in the first place, but the next morning my sister was like, "Oh, yuck, what is in the shower?" And she's like, "Someone's peed in the shower." And I was like, "Wasn't me." But after that moment, I was like, never trust yourself ever again in the
No,
shower.
you can always tell when people pee in the shower because I don't know why.
You can smell it.
You can
What's-
smell it.
Yeah, so
right
you
away.
don't wee in the shower.
Don't wee in the shower, people. It doesn't go wash away. It stays.
I don't
Unless
care that
you-
much.
You pee in the shower?
No,
Do you
I
pee in the
don't.
shower?
No, it's really bad for women to stand up and pee. Bad.
No, it is.
Really?
Incontinence.
Why is
yeah.
that? Could you put too much pressure on the...
Yeah, I think.
No, I think it's just training. A certain
Mm.
type of like standing up and wee and you get used to it.
Maybe that's why blokes also get incontinence, because we stand up and wee all the time.
Constant.
My pet peeve. Can we go to that?
Yeah.
That was I
on
was
that
just
note.
about to ask. Been waiting for this.
Yeah. Liam's like...
Where do I start?
Yeah. Fuck. Well, you've heard the first one of not being too relaxed,
Mm-hmm.
and then the second one is he's always listening to a podcast. So he's got
How
one.
dare you?
Well,
I hope it's a couple goals.
Yeah, and the man that can
Yeah.
project.
and that's fine, like whatever. But when you come home and we're in the kitchen cooking, and I'm like talking to him, and then he turns and he's got one fucking ear in. Or I'm in bed,
Not
like we're
listening
laying
to
in
you.
bed, and we're like, I'm like, oh my god, look at this thing on the TV.
Even when he's getting...
talking, and then I look over, looks over, and I'm like, you got a fucking podcast? Are you listening to a fucking podcast? That.
Oh, that's so
I think
funny.
I think I've only done it a couple of times in bed.
Oh
When
my
Liam's-
God.
Usually it's when I'll have something going, and then Emma will get into bed after me, and I'll just be in the middle of something, and I'm like, it's got like 3 minutes to
Right.
go, so I'll just be still listening
Right.
to it.
Okay.
Oh, that should be your pet peeve.
I've learnt a
that
lot,
would piss
though.
me off. I know you listen to a lot of podcasts, but I never see you listening to podcasts.
I listen to podcasts all day.
Yeah, so does he.
Yeah, but I
and
don't.
then at night.
Well, I got to the point. So when we were first dating and I was doing network marketing, I felt like I was always working, like always on the phone and whatever. And now that I don't need to work, my goal is like 6 p.m. nothing. It's just like whatever. That's why I get frustrated when we are on our phones, because like that's the time I try not to be working.
It also it annoys me when other people don't understand your job and like being on your phone.
Yeah,
Like it sucks, and I guess there should be that like
you do need
don't touch-
boundaries
yeah,
because it's
the
so
boundaries, but also like
Everyone's boundary is different.
if I turn like my phone off, right, like not turn it off, but just like close it, and then I don't look at it for an hour, open it, and it's just like the amount
Yeah.
of shit going on is just like ridiculous, and especially because our family group, we all chat in that,
new. It is non-stop. That's one of my pet peeves.
and you
It'll be
miss out on stuff
15 minutes, I didn't look at
Important
it yesterday,
stuff.
and there was 65
Oh my
notifications.
But even when we go
we
to
are
bed,
constantly communicating,
in
which
the-
is why we're so close, I think.
I know, but you also need to have boundaries because it does impact. Like,
Yeah.
it's hard to switch off when your phone's always on. And I'm not saying this as if I don't do it, but it's like if we're trying to spend time together and if our phones were buzzing, you go, and then you think about or you've forgotten those
I
moments.
mean, I definitely think like if you're sitting there and you're scrolling, mindless.
No, but I mean even for work, because there's no. I don't believe there's any excuse, because this is exactly what I did.
Yeah.
Just means you need better systems and better processes, because you can't work 24/7, and it impacts. I truly believe it's going to impact all of our relationships in the long run, because eventually, when we have kids and all of that, it's like you can't just say, "Oh,
Yeah.
it's work." It's like, well, that's not good enough.
But then it's also like you would vouch for this. Sometimes I miss a message and it's like been a very important one. I'm like, oh, I didn't see it. And that's because
But that's because you send so many messages. If you only emailed when it was like decision making.
Yeah. But anyway, it's on the other side, on the flip side of things, like it is a great tool for us to stay in
Definitely.
contact.
It is. But yeah, I think it's like there's...
I think if you're doing mindless shit on that and
Yeah.
you're not paying attention to friends or whatever, but like, we don't have a normal job. Like, and I know, like, I agree with your boundaries, but like when I go somewhere or like hang out with friends, and it's not a normal, I don't have a normal 9 to 5, but I still have to be like on my phone and like answering emails.
Is it possible for you to say, look, I'm with my friends? Because I get so frustrated when people do that in front of me. It's like, can you say to them, I'm going to be offline, I'm catching up with my friend for an hour. I'll be online in an hour. Because I feel, even for mine, the amount of emails that come through that are so pointless because people don't think for themselves. It's like if you guys had a weekly meeting.
Yeah, but you forget that Emma's a very social person, so she'll be offline all the time.
But you're with someone, right? So that's the whole time we're trying to catch up with people. But then when you're with the person, you're trying to catch up with the next person. It's like, and once again, I'm guilty of this as well. But that's what I think.
I love being an extrovert.
Yeah,
Love it.
Love it. No, I'm very much an introvert.
And maybe that's like another thing that you have to be the same as your partner.
I don't know
You
what I
reckon?
am because I spend a lot.
I reckon you're introverted.
I have a
No,
lot.
I reckon he's extra.
I reckon you're very introverted.
That's the thing about
There's
the
no
verts.
fucking way.
What's it called when you're an introvert? The verts?
I think you can be whatever you want to be. Like
Like
I don't like
your
when people like you're
personalities?
one or the other. It's like sometimes you can be outgoing, but for me, I need to recharge. You love.
But
you
that's
get
the
energy.
difference. Like sometimes
Yeah, that's not like a bad
Yeah.
thing, but it's just like you're an
Yeah.
introvert.
it's like the difference is either you gain energy from people or you lose energy
Yeah.
from people. And for
Yeah.
us, we lose energy from people.
Yeah.
You guys drain us.
I feel
No,
like I
just-
work by myself, like all day I'm by myself.
Yep.
So when I get home, I do have the energy to do what I need to do.
Yeah. Whereas I'm
We're
dealing
always
with
with people.
people's stuff all day.
Yeah.
So at the end of the
Opposite.
day, I'm like, don't talk to me.
Yeah, true.
I've just had 12 hours of this.
Yeah, like I could go all day and not talk to anyone.
Yeah.
From
I'm telling you, if you were an introvert, you would not.
I'll eat my hat.
No, you would not cope with me. And it's
Yeah,
been 4
Emma
years.
is probably the most extroverted person I know.
Yeah. Hands down.
What do you reckon George is?
I think he's extra.
I think he is too. But
I don't know.
yeah, we should ask him. I don't know, because sometimes he does spend a lot of time like by himself as
I
well.
think during the night, but that's because he has no one to hang out with because it's fucking like 4
I think
a.m.
he's extrovert. Yeah, I think
Yes.
he's extroverted.
Yeah.
What do you reckon our mum is? I think she's extroverted, and I think our dad is introverted.
Oh yeah.
Interesting. See, that's an opposite.
So what's your couple goal?
Yeah, you need to set Liam.
Lock your goal.
I do that all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. So couple goals. The whole point of the podcast is to set each other a goal for the week.
Okay,
that you can
I'll
improve
promise I'll wake up at 9:45.
Oh my god.
Kidding. I've been waking up
you're
earlier.
still on Nashville time.
Yeah,
We're supposed to go on a date night after this. I'm feeling like we might cancel.
Is this a goal for each other together
Yes.
or
this is
individually?
Yeah,
an
to like-
ongoing goal.
Because the whole point is we all have little things that are like not super
Niggle.
frustrating, but they niggle you enough to the point where it could ruin your afternoon together or whatever. So it's like,
Well, I think a couple goals just to keep going the way that we're going.
Oh please.
oh, righto. We got a 10 over here.
Your the podcast thing.
Oh yeah, but what's mine? I forgot already.
Wait, Liam
didn't
set the
really-
goal. Liam set your goal to Emma.
I think maybe just some time together that we're not on our phones and stuff, which is probably a goal for everyone. But
Yeah, because you're on your phone as well.
Yeah.
Why didn't you back me up like 3 minutes ago when we were just having a heated exchange?
I was listening.
But it's not. I don't want listeners to think that I'm there going like.
No, it's
Whoa.
just
He's on his phone as well.
Give
It's a-
context
it's
to
a-
that for those who are watching.
Okay,
It's a
so
phone.
the goal for you guys this week is to spend a set amount of time every day that you have to put your phones in the phone box that we bought.
together.
that's good for us as well.
No, like
I think I think that's a healthy goal.
Yeah.
Even if it's just even if you just get 15 minutes together, I think it's so important.
Okay, that works for both of us because
I know I
podcasts-
do it, but I'm also, when you do it, I'm like, stop doing it. But then I can't say it because I do it as well. So I think it would be good if we just
I'd also like Liam to get his heart rate up.
We should.
Well, we'll do it for him. Come on.
what?
No, he's
like a
be
sloth,
dead.
isn't he?
It should
It's
be dead.
insane.
because his resting heart rate is what?
No, it's like 30.
One, if it's in the ones, you're not good at all.
36-ish.
Yeah, 36 beats per minute.
As a resting. Yeah.
Same.
And then what's on the row?
Oh.
The 42 kilometer row that you did. What was your heart rate?
Averaged 108.
I run for 2 seconds. My heart rate is at 168.
Maxed out at 117.
You're running too
180.
fast. You're running too fast.
That's a good thing, isn't it?
It's
Yeah.
Like it's
Yeah.
It's
But
normal.
recently when we went to the hospital, they had to turn off the machine because it kept going, like, alarming them because
was
his heart rate was
Going
so
into
low.
cardiac arrest.
Oh my goodness. Jesus.
your heart must be the size of Far Laps. Or black caviar.
Yeah.
What's the HRV? Is it looking healthy?
80s-ish.
Delicious.
Did you get your results back? Because Lockie just had his first blood test for all sorts of things.
Are we going into this conversation
Not the
today?
whole. No. Just your recent cholesterol and all that.
Oh, my original ones were spot on.
Fucking
Healthy.
perfect, mate.
My perfect picture of health. You look up health in the dictionary. My photo's not far behind it.
Yeah.
No,
But it's a good reminder for everyone to go and get their checks.
I think
We're
it's
due
important for
our-
everyone to get our blood
I need
test.
to go to the dentist, but we also need to get our skin checked. I got the text.
We had
I
a
did that
terrible
recently.
time last time. Literally,
no,
the dude,
No, it was fine. It wasn't bad.
he did not check me. He walked in, he goes, "You Italian or Spanish?" I was like, "Aussie, mate." And he's like, just literally gone, "Yep, you're good." I was like, "You didn't check me at all."
Yeah. It's like you go, oh, what about this one?
Yeah.
What about this one?
But mind you, never go to the doctor anyway, so.
Oh, I'm at the
We're
doctor
changing
every
that.
fucking week.
We're changing that.
I
I think it's really
pride
important.
myself. I think most
The older
blokes
you
pride
get,
themselves on not going. We're like, yeah.
No, but that's what pisses me off. And then, like, blokes are like,
You have to.
blokes are like, I don't need to go to the dentist.
Your breath
Well,
stinks.
you should, because your breath stinks.
I kid you
You need
not.
Tic Tac or something?
I was on the flight next to a young guy, quite good looking, and he sat down.
Liam, how do you feel about that?
Not that I want, like, just good looking young guy sat down. Fucking hell. Dead. His breath was like death.
Yeah, if you can not cover your mouth and go like 10 times and not,
Put on a mask.
yeah, no,
Let's
just
see.
go to the dentist.
What is with it that you can't smell your own breath? Like, even if I go,
Yeah, but yours is.
I can't smell anything.
Yeah, because it's nothing. Your breath is fine.
Okay, but smell my breath.
Actually, when you
Why'd you make me do that?
When you were on my breath, when you
Smell
were
something. I can't. Is that because I'm smelling it all the time? I'm used to it, or is that because my breath doesn't stink? Tell me, did it stink?
This is a loaded question, isn't it? Like, either way, I'm in trouble. If I don't
No, but
answer it, I'm in
it's
trouble.
always
If I tell
really
the truth, I'm in
perplexed
trouble.
me.
well, like when you were sleeping next to me in Nashville.
You could smell it.
Yeah, but it wasn't bad. Like,
What was it
just-
like in the morning, though? That's what I want to know.
Okay, but I was asleep. I had morning breath.
Yeah, what was her morning breath like?
What about Emma?
Shh.
This would have been Emma. Like,
Okay, we're going.
on pattern.
Okay, if you're asleep, it doesn't count.
And anyone would know that Lockie is the father in the family.
I think you've held the mantle for the last 6 years. You took it off me in 2015.
Bullshit.
Anyway,
Liam?
where were we going? Oh yeah, go and get
No
checked.
comment.
Go to the dentist.
Please, for the love of God, go to the dentist.
Yeah. What do you feel makes your relationship so great?
I've been thinking about this. I don't know. It just works. Just easy, and there's no.
I think you.
I think we have good communication, and then if like I can be sometimes quite difficult. Do you think?
I can agree with that, yeah.
I wouldn't say overly.
But if I'm wrong,
Fuck me, Liam.
if I'm in the wrong and I say something that I regret, I will go back and apologise to you.
Can you give us a recent example of something that you've said that you've regretted?
I think we were in Bali and I snapped at you, realised that you didn't do anything wrong, and I went and a few minutes later apologised, and I think that is like the main...
That's important.
What does good communication look like for you guys then?
In what sense?
I just think we...
Like what I just said?
Yeah, I just don't think we really ever dodge questions or...
Do you guys fight?
No.
Never had a fight.
We don't fight either.
I don't think we've ever had an argument.
Do you think I never understand that people have fights.
I've got a new topic for all of us. Couples that fight.
I think it's wrong. But I think you learn that from your parents.
Ooh.
Interesting.
Deep. Liam?
Yeah, I can't see it being a lasting relationship if you're constantly fighting. I'm not much of a fighter.
I think you can have disagreements and talk about it and but yelling and
I don't understand.
Swearing at each other and calling each other
derogatory terms or belittling each other. What do you think?
It's quite common as well, isn't it?
I don't get. I always hear, especially people that I work with, they're like, had a big Barney and we dust, all this. I'm like, didn't dust up, but
I think I would cry.
Things like that, and I'm like, we don't ever yell at each other.
No.
Like I sometimes I have moments where I'll just not communicate and I'll have a little sulk, and then the next day I'll go, I'm so sorry.
But Amy's used to that now. She's like,
I've never seen my parents fight.
Go on.
Ever. And I don't think I've ever had any sort of argument with a girlfriend.
Interesting. I've definitely fought with people before. I think we've had fights before, but when we were dating.
When we're, Thailand.
Yeah, that story's out there already.
classic.
Yeah. Sassy.
My first memory of Lockie was...
We drove past him in our taxi, actually.
And that's not to say we're perfect. We have disagreements, we bicker.
But I don't think we ever yell at each other and say...
We've worked out the communication.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah, I don't think we swear at each other.
And communication
I never
is
yell.
Also, when we are away from each other, or when Liam wakes up and saying morning, and then you go, oh, hey, how are you? And having that conversation instead of you waking up and then going and doing your day and not thinking about him.
Yeah.
The first thing that I think about is Liam when I wake up.
That was my thing for Amy when she went away. It was the first time in our whole 8 years that I haven't had the morning messages, and I was like,
but I think I did do that.
It's not a big deal, but also for me, I was like, it kind of is because
Emma didn't send them either.
Because I was like,
you know why? You know why?
It's the time difference.
Time difference because when we wake up, when we wake up, we gave the good night text. I didn't get the good night text.
Yes.
Most of the time.
But
that's
I
why I was so confused because I was like, I thought I did send them, but I think you're right.
No, because the first day we woke up at 4 a.m. and so you guys were up. Hi, morning, whatever. And then the next day we woke up at 11.
Yeah.
And you had been in bed for 3 hours by then.
Yeah.
And so you don't text. And then
we're like, we'll wait for you. Yeah.
To say morning. And then go, oh, how are you? Blah, blah, blah. And then we're like, oh, it's our bedtime. It's 4 p.m. here.
Yeah.
Good night. Love you. X.
Yeah. Well, it's just a learning thing, right? Because I think even for me, I should probably send a good night message then.
Yeah, because sometimes you didn't send one. And I thought that was because...
Well, we FaceTime. But we normally FaceTime at night.
Yeah, so anyway. I think was... Honestly, I do think it was the time difference and the schedule.
But yeah, I was just literally out of every trip we've ever had in our whole career together, our dating career, I've always woken up to a morning, you sexy spunk.
I don't say spunk.
Sexy skunk?
She's never said that. No, she's never.
I do not say spunk. Ever.
No, I'm not going to say this.
Anyway, if there is any advice that we could give, it's just
communication.
And if you meet someone, it should be easy.
Yeah, I agree.
None of these fucking games.
That's a really good point.
And then I know someone who just recently met a guy easy.
Yeah.
Now together. It's is that
S-Mac?
hard? If it's hard and you're chasing this guy, just stop fucking wasting your time. Like, you don't have that
Yeah.
on this
Did
planet.
you read that book? He's just not that into you.
I didn't.
I'm sure
know.
there's like many flaws about that book, but honestly, that was a bit of a game changer for me when I read that. And there's even a movie about it. And
Really?
it's literally, that's the sentiment. It's just like, if he doesn't move mountains for you, if he's not texting you back, if he's ghosting you, it's not worth your time. And it's simple. He's just not that into you. And you don't have to take it personally. I know it's really hard to like get over that, but it's just like, he's not the one. And there is someone waiting and he's getting in the way of you meeting someone who is that into you and who will do anything for you. So I think that's a really important message. So if you are struggling with that, go and read that book, because I actually got a lot out of that book.
Or the movie.
Or the
Oh,
movie. Yeah.
No, the movie's bullshit. It's fun to watch, but, you know.
That sort of rom-com.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right.
Well, we
Well.
better get date night. Well, you guys have a great night. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having
Same
us.
to you.
Make sure you like, share, subscribe.
Hey,
how much do
can
we get
we-
paid?
Appearance fees, we actually charge you, so you'll get an invoice tomorrow.
Hey, just before we go, I would like to give a shout out to our Patreon member, Bailey.
Bailey.
We've got one Patreon member.
Yes, I know. But we are going to be more active on that now that you're back.
I'm back.
Because,
We have a,
I thought you were
very-
going to give a shout out to me for running the bloody thing.
yeah.
I was like, thank
That's
you,
your
man.
job. Yeah, Bailey, thank you so much for joining. We really appreciate you. And
Okay, so our next segment that comes out for our Patreon members only is what you can say in the gym and in the bedroom.
can you guys think of one off the
Give us one quickly before we go.
Didn't realise it was that heavy.
Chirp, chirp. Oh. Liam. Emma?
What are you talking about? Exactly.
I didn't say anything to you.
I
was
can't
just-
think of anything.